Marathon looking for trip number 1. Good? Yep. All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Marathon. It is sectional final softball today from Kramer Field here in Marathon. It is the Auburndale Eagles and the Marathon Red Raiders. See, Maves, Trevor Zaleski here from Marathon. It is a cloudy day. We're starting early in hopes that we can get this finalized before any precipitation comes through here in Marathon County. Today's pregame show is brought to you by Brickner, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. When you need a new vehicle, let their family take care of yours on Little Chicago's northeast side. Taking a look at how both of these teams got here, it was a 9-1 win on Tuesday for Auburndale. They beat Crivets before that, and a Marathon. Allison Pajaski, nearly a no-hitter the other night against Hurley. It was a 9-0 win for the Red Raiders over the North Stars. They scored early and often, 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 3 more in the fifth, and 2 in the sixth. Home runs by Brinley Stencil and Peyton Brickner for the Red Raiders the other night. When these two teams matched up again, Auburndale clinched the conference championship on this field on May 7th. That came 2 days after a walk-off win from Danica Blomberg, scoring Breeley Grimm in Auburndale. That was a 6-5 win for Auburndale. And Auburndale led that game 3-0. Marathon tied it up at 3 in the fourth. Auburndale jumped back out 5-3 in the sixth. Marathon scored 2 in the seventh. And then the walk-off winner for Auburndale in the bottom of the sixth inning of that, or the bottom of the eighth inning of that game. Marathon did have 5 errors in that game. And then you turn right back around 2 days later here in Marathon. It was an 11-3 win for Auburndale. Marathon jumped out early, quick 2-0 in the first inning. And then Auburndale poured it on. 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, 3 more in the seventh. Auburndale that afternoon, 11 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Marathon committed 6 more errors in that game. Everything capped off by a Maya Katzenberger home run in that matchup back on May 7th. We'll go through the starting lineups here in just a moment. It is a 3-man umpiring crew for a sectional final. We saw that on Tuesday as well in both fields as we wind down our pregame show here. It is a great crowd on hand. It is a coin flip to determine who is home and who is away because it is a sectional, and I believe Auburndale will choose to be the home team so they could have final at-bats. So that is what I believe that coin flip was indicating. And again, Marathon is the host school, but because it is sectionals, you don't get to have the home or away indication because it is quote-unquote a neutral site. So on this beautiful Thursday afternoon here in Marathon County. They're going through the ground rules here. We got 2 other sectional final softball games for you today. It is the Spash Panthers and the Green Bay Preble Hornets. That game is at 4:30 in Plover. And then we will have Marshfield and Chippewa at about 5 o'clock, or at 4:30 as well from Casper Park in Chippewa Falls. Some interesting notes for all 3 of our games today. Starting off here in Marathon. Marathon looking for their first ever trip to state. Auburndale punched their first ever trip in 2024, so they're looking to get back for the second time in 3 years. Spash looking for number 17, the all-time or the record holder for most for most state championships in Division I. They're looking for their 19th trip, first in 8 years. Chippewa Falls looking for their 15th trip. Marshfield looking for their 5th, their first one in 28 years since 1998. And then the very interesting one, Green Bay Preble is very, very good this year. They are looking to become, from what I was told by Mike Wendlandt, is Green Bay Preble is looking to become the first ever, this might be hard to believe, in the 50-year history of WIAA baseball or softball, Green Bay Preble is looking to become the first ever Green Bay Public High School to reach a state tournament in softball. Thank you. Just got confirmation that that Auburndale is the home team. So I appreciate our umpiring crew already helping us out before we get underway. Again, today's pregame show was presented by Brickner Motors of Little Chicago. Today's pregame show was brought to you by Brickner, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. When you need a new vehicle, let their family take care of yours on Little Chicago's northeast side. We'll go through the starting lineups. First for Marathon, batting first in right field is Brinley Stencil. Oh, they're going through the non-starters here first, but we'll go through the starting lineups. The sophomore, Brinley Stencil. Maven Schneider is at shortstop. The junior, Danica Staus, a senior, is behind the plate. She bats third. Reagan Martin is in left field. The sophomore bats fourth. Ripley Skripchak is at third base. She is a junior. Allison Pajeski, the all-conference pitcher in the circle, just a junior as well. Miley Helke in center field, a senior. Tyla Bielke-Soybert is at second base. She is a junior. Peyton Brickner, the designated player. She is a sophomore. And Sophia Kahn is the first baseman and the flex player. Again, a lot of a pretty even class distribution for both of these teams. Just a couple of seniors for Marathon in Danica Staus and Miley Hilke. The only senior for Auburndale is Danica Blomberg, the catcher for the Eagles. So would not be surprised if these two teams squared off for a conference championship again next year and maybe right back into same position for a sectional in 2027. Finishing up the starting lineups, the Marathon Red Raiders, head coached by Paul Fredrickson, assisted by Chuck Baldeschweiler, Amber O'Haffen, and Jeff Schneider. Marathon in black pants, red tops, black sleeves. Raiders etched across the chest with the numbers on the lower left side of the torso. And now the home team, the Auburndale Eagles, batting first. And in the circle, Conference Player of the Year, Morgan Griesbach. Breeley Grimm is at shortstop. She bats second. Danica Blomberg is behind the plate. She bats third. Number 13, Maya Katzenberger. She bats fourth. Chesney Nagel is in center field for the Eagles. She bats fifth. Dalen Blomberg is at second base. She bats sixth. Grace Schulte is in right field, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Jalen Scher, the left fielder. Batting ninth is the designated player, Brenna Thiel. And the flex player and the first baseman is Lily Belanti. The Eagles, head coached by Dawn Urban. And appreciate everyone tuning in this afternoon. We're going to start a little past 3:30, but that's all right. 24 teams 24 games, 48 teams chopped down to 24 for the state tournament next week, starting on Wednesday the 10th down at Goodman Diamond in Madison. And they finish up our and it will be national anthem time here at Marathon. We'll step aside, or we'll stay here for our national anthem.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
All right, welcome back to Marathon. Again, the Auburndale Eagles, the home team in this scenario. They won the coin flip, and they elected to be the home team, meaning that they get the last at-bat of the afternoon. Morgan Griesbach, Marywood South Player of the Year. Dawn Urban, the Coach of the Year for the conference this year. 16-2 for Morgan, 148 strikeouts. She had 8 more the other night against Pacelli. ERA of under 1.5. And she'll have her work cut out for her here tonight against this Marathon team. They've jumped on her in the early matchups that they have played. Go through the box score. Marathon scored 2 runs in the first inning against her back on May 7th. So we'll see how it all pans out. She had 8 strikeouts in that game as well for the Auburndale Eagles. Brindley Stencil, the sophomore, will lead things off. Jalen Scher out in the left. Chesney Nagel in center and Grace Schulte in right. Maya Katzenberger, Breely Grimm, Dalen Blomberg, Lily Belanti from third to first, and Danica Blomberg catching for Morgan Griesbach. They are about 7 rows deep here below us on the Marathon side, and about 4 or 5 deep and up along the entire left field line on the left side. Auburndale just about the same to our right. So Marywood South battle here in the sectional, and the first offering is swung on and missed. First pitch this afternoon at 3:34. Morgan did lead this team to a state tournament berth in 2024 for Auburndale. They lost in their opening game. I think it was against Cuba City. Fouled straight back. Griesbach quickly ahead, 0-2. They're beyond the fences here, and the outfield fences as well. Griesbach quickly ahead, 0-2. Morgan with a big pad on her right elbow. The 0-2 just misses a touch inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brindley had a home run against Hurley on Tuesday in that 9-0 win for the Red Raiders. The 1-2 back. Off the end of the bat, staying alive. Mike Wendland will bring you the Spash game from Fire Pro Field at the WIAA Sports Complex in Plover this afternoon. 4:30 start. Jason Selesky, Dan Lau over at Casper Park in Chippewa tonight. The 1-2 back. Fly ball to right. Now it's going to get down for a base hit all the way to the wall. Hits the top of the fence. Stencil rounds first, going to second, and a leadoff double for Brindley. Got one she liked and put it in the gap, and Marathon threatening here in the first batter of the game. That'll bring up Maven Schneider. Got a good pitch to hit and didn't miss it. Auburndale also fell behind against Pacelli on Tuesday. Gave up a run in the first inning. Fouled straight back into the screen. Schneider did not square around, as we saw so much on Tuesday in Auburndale. Just a small ball. Sacrifice bunts. Getting players around, moving them around. The 0-1. That time she squares, pops it up. And Danica couldn't figure out where it was. Morgan gave it a chase. And Griesbach again ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. She's ahead 0-2 against Stencil as well. Griesbach stares in, the sun's shining here. Misses low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Danica Staus awaiting on deck. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality that you can trust. The 1-2 again. It misses high off the glove of Blomberg on the wild pitch. Stencil will reach third. And Marathon threatening here in the first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out with the runner at third base. Schneider just needs to get it on the ground somewhere. And she strikes out, tips it into the mitts. And a big strikeout there for Morgan Griesbach, her first of the day. 1 away now for Danica Staus, the catcher. One away. First offering. Ground ball to short. They're going to go across the diamond, get the out there, and Marathon is on the board with an RBI ground out from Danica Staus. On the board for the Red Raiders. Bases are clear now for Reagan Martin. First offering in there for a strike. Perfect placement there for Griesbach. The 0-1 bounces in there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ripley Skripchak on deck. 1-0 Marathon here in the top of the first. Off the handles and straight back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Griesbach has been ahead of all the batters today, except for Staus, who swung on the first pitch. And the 1-2. This is away. Brewers getting their teeth kicked in today. 12-3 after 7. We're evened up at 2-2. Bounced in there. Count runs full. The cleanup hitter, Regan Martin. Marathon has only given up 1 run in this postseason. There's a strike 3. No, just missed. Morgan didn't walk anybody on Tuesday. First walk issued. It's into the screen as Martin was off. Maybe with a swing there. Again, Griesbach has been ahead of the batters today. Just really hasn't been able to put them away. On a 1-2 pitch, Stencil doubled to right center. Schneider struck out, but Stencil got over to third on a wild pitch. Staus drove her in on a ground out to short. 1-0 Marathon, Division IV sectional final. That one's popped up shallow or to right field, and that one hits the bottom of the wall. That carried tremendously. They're going to send the runner home, and she's safe. An RBI double from Ripley Skripchek. Oh, that ball just kept on carrying. Oh, it seemed like it was just going to be a shallow fly ball to right field. Schulte gave it a run, and Skripchek almost put it out of here. 2-0 Marathon here in the first. 2 outs, runner in scoring position for Allison Pajaski. Allison, just a junior, is committed to play softball at St. Norbert's. And if it wasn't for Morgan Griesbach, she probably would be player of the year. Outside corner for a strike. What a start for the Red Raiders. In very unfamiliar territory, though, because they usually don't play bat first on their home field. Skripchek taking a healthy secondary lead. Griesbach threw back at her. A ball and a strike here. 2-0 Marathon. We're in the top of the first. There's a swing and a miss behind the heater. We've been in this situation a couple of times. Griesbach ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 again. This is away. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Great crowd watching online. Thank you all for making us part of your Thursday afternoon. Division IV sectional final here in softball. It is an all Merriwood South sectional final. And that one hits Pajaski. Things falling apart here for Auburndale early on. And Coach Fredrickson's going to bring in a courtesy runner for his pitcher. Paige Martin will run. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. And the always dangerous Miley Helke at the plate. Miley had a great basketball season for the Red Raiders in her senior campaign. 2 on, 2 out, 2 across for Marathon here in the first. Foul, look out over there. Lined it into the Auburndale, the front of the Auburndale dugout. So the 2 hits so far have both been opposite field hits to right center field. Not much Schulte could do on either one of them. The one by Skripczak nearly went out of here. There's a strike. And again, beating a dead horse here. Griesbach ahead 0-2. The 0-2 offering. Bounced in there. Blomberg can't handle it. Runners advance. Base hit could blow this one open here in the first inning. And again, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 7th hitter of the inning for Marathon in the first. Griesbach wheels and deals. There's strike 3. Got her to end the first inning. But Marathon scores twice on a couple of hits. They leave a couple of runners on after a half an inning. It's Marathon 2. Auburndale coming up here on Zaleski Sports.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back to Marathon. Allison Pajaski now in the circle for the Red Raiders. 15-2 this year, 175 strikeouts, ERA of 1.40, and she carried a perfect game into the 4th inning the other night. No hitter into the 5th or 6th inning against Hurley. And she'll face off with this Auburndale team for the 3rd time this year. Again, it's the old adage, hard to beat a team 3 times. But very similar to the last time. First offering to Morgan Griesbach is fouled out. Offering popped up and a base hit. Morgan Griesbach starts off the ball game with a base hit. That'll bring up Breeley Grimm. Again, Marathon scored 2 runs against Auburndale in their last outing. in the first inning. Then Auburndale went on to score 11. There's a swing and a miss by Grimm. Breely on Tuesday. Sacrifice bunt, a line out, and a ground out. Jaski stares in with her sunglasses. Now drops low for a ball. Ball and strike here to Breely Grimm. Auburndale Jr. lined out of play, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes here to Breely Grimm. Allison fires home. Misses high and tight. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Off speed, able to stay alive. I'll do it again here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Lined out of play again near the batting cages. Good battle here between Pajeski and Grimm. Do it again at 2-2. Off speed missed high. Count runs full to Breely. Danica Blomberg, the lone senior for Auburndale, is on deck. Pajeski stares at her wristband. Fires again. Ground ball to near Blomberg on the on-deck circle. A long first inning. First pitch this afternoon is at 3:34. 20 minutes in. We don't have an out in the bottom of the first. Marathon sent 7 in the first inning. And the payoff here to Breely Grimm. Pops up, out of play again. A 3-field complex here in Marathon. Playground, basketball courts. And the 3-2 back. Popped up again near second. It's going to be a base hit. Very similar spot, and Grimm wins that battle. Just about the same spot that Griesbach put it. And Auburndale with base runners with nobody out for Danica Blomberg. Pardon me, I was reading the wrong side of the score sheet from Tuesday. Breely Grimm had a grand slam on Tuesday. Blomberg squares, pulls it back, in for a strike. No balls and a strike here to the Auburndale senior catcher. Inside missed. A ball and a strike. Got 3 friends, 3 TV crews here bringing this one to you. And that one's over the head of the third baseman, Skripchak. Griesbach rounds third. She will score, and Auburndale's right back in it with a base hit from Blomberg. Right over the head of Riley Skripchak at third base. That'll bring up Maya Katzenberger. Still nobody out here in the first. 2 on and nobody out for Maya Katzenberger. Maya just missed a home run in the first inning on Tuesday. A couple of doubles for her against Pacelli. Now it's high and tight to the junior third baseman. That one's out of play. A ball and strike here to Katzenberger. Pajaski wheels and deals. Off her hands to third. She's going to be out at third. Gets the lead runner, Grimm. Katzenberger reaches down to fielder's choice. There's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Chesney Nagel. For all your personal, business, auto, and life insurance needs, there's always a local agent you can look to at Access Insurance. Have a friend in your corner to customize the coverage you need. Learn more at accessinsurance.net. Access Insurance, their business revolves around you. Missed a bit high to Nagel. Blomberg stands at second. Katzenberger first. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Away for a strike. Hits that outside corner. Perfectly placed there by Allison. A lot of room between center and left. Right at that Bruckner Motors logo out there. Squares the bunt. Gets it down, but foul. For a custom-built home, you want to work with the best, and Underwood Construction right here in Marathon is the perfect place to turn. For your next home building experience, look to Underwood Construction. One ball and 2 strikes. Pajeski fires. Got her looking on the outside corner. 2 away, first strikeout for Allison. That'll bring up Dalen Blomberg. And they're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher, Blomberg. Danica says no, but Alexis Goddard will come in to run. Danica wanted the chance to run. 2 on, 2 away now for Dalen Blomberg. The Bomb Pop bat. Bomb Pop Popsicle bat. Red, white, and blue. I think they're the other way around, though, in the Bomb Pops. I think blue's on top. Inside corner for a strike. Two one Marathon. Ropes it to the Marathon dugout, and Pajeski ahead, 0-2. Allison trying to get out of this with just 1 run given up. Goddard, the runner at second. The 0-2. Look out over there. People scampering out of the way. Gets the call from the dugout. Pajeski looks at a wristband. Quickly gets the call on the 0-2. Swung on and missed. They got to secure the out at first, and they do. Pajeski with a couple of strikeouts. Here in the first, Auburndale gets a run back. We've played 1 complete. Marathon 2. Auburndale 1. You're watching Sectional Final Softball on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
All right, we're back and are ready to rock and roll here for Marathon. Tyler Bioki Soybert in the second. 8-9-1 for Marathon. Griesbach shakes one off, shakes second one off. Don't see that very often. And she's ahead, 0-1. Marathon scored a couple of runs on a couple of hits, a couple of hard hit balls to right center field. In the first inning, a long first inning. Fouled out of play. Said it once, said it about 5 times already. Griesbach ahead in the count 0-2. Jeske able to get a couple of strikeouts back-to-back to end that first inning. And nearly clipped Soybert. Griesbach stares in on the 1-2. Got her swinging. Strikeout number 3 for Morgan Griesbach. That'll bring up Peyton Brickner, who had a home run on Tuesday. Peyton just a sophomore. Again, just 3 seniors combined between these two teams. That one dropped just a touch low. That one's popped up. Backing up on it. That one's going again. It's gone. Peyton Brickner goes yard. And Marathon gets that run right back, and the sophomore does damage. And it's 3-1 Marathon. Coach Dawn Urban out to have a conversation with the infield. And Morgan Griesbach again, very similar to the double by Ripley Skripchek. That one just kept on carrying and carrying. She went down, golfed it out of here. And Morgan reapplying that right elbow brace. Top of the order coming up. 3-1 Marathon. Brinley Stencil started the afternoon with a double to right center. Readjusting that elbow pad. Again, golfed it out of here. Couple of home runs in a couple of games. Momentum swung back to Marathon. On the home run by the sophomore Peyton Brickner. Right over that Brickner sign out there in right or left center field. Top of the order here for Marathon, now leading 3-1. First offering to Essential is good for a strike. That was a 1-0 pitch that Brickner took out of here. The 0-1. Fouled it back. Well, what do you know? Griesbach ahead again, 0-2. Long way to go yet in this one. Fly ball out of play, right field side. 2 in the first for Marathon. Auburndale answered with one of their own in the first. Then a solo home run here in the top of the second inning for Marathon from their number 9 hitter. Fouled in the screen again. Griesbach stares in. Fires again. Got her swinging. Strikeout there to Stencil. 4th strikeout for Morgan Griesbach. There's 2 away now for Maven Schneider. Struck out in the first inning. Nobody on, 2 away here in the top of the second. Again, Auburndale won the coin flip. Auburndale won the coin flip, decided to be the home team so they could have final at bat. Marathon's jumped all over that opportunity. Ground ball, backhanded, and off the glove. Base hit for Maven Schneider. The 4th hit already for Marathon. And that'll bring up Danica Staus, grounded out to Grimm at short. Her first time up. Drove in the first run of the game. Throw down to second in time. Got her on the helmet. She's caught stealing to end the second inning. Danica Staus will lead things off in the third, but Marathon gets one back. It is 3-1 Red Raiders. You're watching high school sectional final softball on Zaleski Sports.
Find your next car, truck, sport utility, or van at Westside Service Auto Sales in Auburndale. Drive through their lot today to see rows and rows of vehicles ready to test drive. Or you can check out their complete inventory and see this week's featured vehicles at westsideservice.com. And check us out on Facebook. We're open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday or by appointment. At Westside, we service what we sell. Just a short drive from Rapid, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Find your next ride at Westside Service Auto Sales in Auburndale, where we've been helping people find their next ride for nearly 50 years.
Hi, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Abbey Bank is thankful for their customers. Your continued trust means the world. Join them each Friday in June for Customer Appreciation Fridays. Stop into any Abbey Bank location for a free Wisconsin dairy treat. A small way to say thank you and to celebrate June Dairy Month. It's their way of showing appreciation while supporting our hardworking Wisconsin dairy farmers. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second. It'll be the bottom third of the order for Auburndale. Schulte, Scher, and Thiel. Today's game brought to you in part by Marathon Spine and Wellness. Too many people live with pain and injury, At Marathon Spine and Wellness, the goal is to get you back to enjoying the activities you love, pain-free. With years of experience, cutting technology options including shockwave therapy, laser therapy, dry needling, chiropractic, therapeutic exercises, and more. Take the first step towards getting back to the way you deserve. Call Marathon Spine and Wellness for an appointment today. Marathon Spine and Wellness. Move better, live better, feel better. Leadoff double for Grace Schulte. And Auburndale right back at it here in the second. That'll bring up Jalen Scher. We'll see what Coach Urban wants Jalen to do. Brenna Thiel is on deck. Brenna didn't get to bat against Pacelli. Lily Belanti came in right away. She does square to bunt, offers at it, or didn't offer at it, pulled it back, and missed high for a ball. Thiel, and then back to the top of the order. Squares, pulls it back, misses low, and it gets away from Staus. Schulte will reach third on a wild pitch. And now Coach Urban says, we'll just swing away now. Runner at third, nobody out here for Auburndale in the home half of the second inning. Skripchek way in at third still. Squares the bunt. And to first. And she's going to come in to score. They're going to say that it hit Jalen Scher in the box. Think we're going to do it again, or is she out? Did it hit her in the box? Yep. So she'll have another opportunity. Two balls and a strike, it should be. Two and one. 2 and 1. 2-1, guys. Come on. She tries to bunt. She's tried to bunt 3 times. First to her ball. Allison Pajaski even yelled in that it was 2-1 from the circle. Still hasn't put the fingers up. There we go. 2-1. Pajaski fires again. Bunts it again in front of home plate. The throw home, not in time. She's safe. Scher's going to get the RBI in a bunt. Pajaski hesitated for a second. Schulte broke home. And what a job that time by Grace Schulte on a nice slide. Jalen Scher getting the bunt down. (3-2) now Marathon. Still nobody out. Jalen Scher is at first base for Brenna Thiel. Brenna squares the bunt early. Pulls it back. Throw it down to second. Is bounced there. And it's a stolen base for Jalen Scher. It is a strike to Thiel. Morgan Griesbach on deck. Pajaski was ready to go. Staus went back to the dugout. Squares again, offered at it. I don't think she hit it. I don't think it was a foul ball. No, they say it was. Sounded more so that it hit off the a muscle or something, an arm or a leg, but no balls and 2 strikes here to Brenna Thiel. Oh, misses high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Morgan Griesbach waits on deck. Time is called. Staus out to have a quick conversation with her junior pitcher. At Marathon City Sports Center, you'll always find great food, cold drinks, bowling leagues, and a great place for your next party or get-together. For the best in Marathon, dinner, or for the best in marathon dinner or get together, come to Marathon City Sports Center, South Highway 107 in Marathon. Long conversation with the infield. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter, Brenna Thiel. Leadoff double by Schulte. She scored on the bunt by Scher. She's at second after stolen base. Now Brenna Thiel trying to move her over. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Out misses for a ball, 2-2. Didn't miss by much. Didn't miss high. Auburndale has been able to answer back against Marathon so far. Punch for punch. There's a swing and a miss. Podjeski picks up her 3rd strikeout. First out of the inning, and it'll turn the lineup over for the top and Morgan Griesbach. Morgan blooped a single to center field her first time up. On misses high for a ball, 1-0. Scher with good speed at second base with 1 out for Auburndale. Podjeski fires again, misses high again, 2-0. Morgan did walk a couple of times on Tuesday against Pacelli. Pretty keen eye for a pitcher. Batting. Squares at it, fouls it. Discover unbeatable deals and award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota of Wausau, your full-service destination for Toyota, including our state-of-the-art collision center. Find us on North 20th Avenue in Wausau. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Griesbach. Squares again, pops it up, and it's foul. Kahn almost made the big-time play. That would have been a big out. One away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second. We're only in the second inning. This Division IV sectional final. The 2-2 to Griesbach. Got her looking. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 4 for Podjeski, and there's 2 away now for Breely Grimm. Hit right on that top outside corner. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for Marathon in the 3rd inning. The offering to Breely. Missed high that time for a ball, 1-0. Breely singled to center her last time up as well. Podjeski stares in. Inside corner. For a strike. 1-1. These same 2 schools matched up yesterday in a baseball regional final. It was the Marathon Red Raiders clinching a regional title. They'll head up to Crivets on Tuesday, take on Stratford for the 3rd time. 1-1. Bounced in there, wild pitch. Scher will reach 3rd. Two balls and a strike to Breely Grimm. Stiles and Podjeski both get the pitch from the dugout on their wristbands. The 2-1 popped up, playable, and Kahn makes catch to end the second inning. 1 run across on a couple of hits and 1 more left. We played 2. 3-2 Marathon. You're watching sectional final softball on Zaleski Sports.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Welcome back to Kramer Field here in Marathon. Marshfield and Chippewa Falls about to get underway in just a couple of minutes. Spash and Green Bay Preble as well. Danica Staus lead things off. She was at the plate when Maven Schneider was thrown out stealing. Then the second inning. 3-2 Marathon. We're in the top of the third. That was grounded right back to Griesbach. Easy pickings there for Morgan. There's one away for Reagan Martin. She walked and scored back in the first inning. Bring your home to the next level with a new floor, carpet, or upgrade for Marathon Flooring. Marathon Flooring, transforming your home from the ground up. Nobody on, one away here in the top of the third. The exact same lineup. Grounded over to short and picked by Belanti. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for Auburndale as it was here for Marathon in the third inning. That'll bring up Ripley Skripczak, who just missed a home run in the first inning, to deep right center field. It's taken a couple of innings, but trying to figure out the depth perception here. The home run was a little bit more for sure, but a couple of hits in the first inning for Marathon. Again, seemed like they were just going to be easy, lazy pop-ups, but they got to the fence. Ball and a strike here to the Marathon third baseman. Oh, it's high and tight. They've got some of the dust of Danica Blomberg's glove in her eye. She's spun away. It's been a wild one so far. 3-2 Marathon. Fouled into the screen. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Marathon scored twice in the first. Peyton Brickner homered in the second. Auburndale has scored once in the first and the second. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Griesbach shakes one off. Gets the second one she likes. Skripczak steps out, and Griesbach asks for Blomberg to go through the signs again. And we run full. Spash and Green Bay Preble about to get underway from Plover, Marshfield, and Chi High from Casper Park in Chippewa. Just a couple of minutes as well. The 3-2. And walked her. So 2-out walk for Griesbach. He'll bring up Allison Pajeski, who was hit by a pitch back in the first. Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau offers a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and so much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path. Learn more and apply at GreatLakesCheese.com. Pajeski at the plate now with 2 outs. Misses a touch away, and it's 1-0. So a couple of quick outs to Staus and Martin. A couple of ground outs. A long at bat, Skripczak walked her. There's a strike. One on, 2 outs, top of the third. 3-2 Marathon, Division IV sectional final. Foul at the plate. Pajeski got hit by a pitch back in the first and then was run for by Paige Martin. 1-2. Low and away. Skripczak with a couple of extra steps off of first on that secondary lead. This is high, and we run full again. So 2 quick outs on 3 pitches to Staus and Martin, and then a walk to Skripczak, and now Pajeski's got him he's got it full. Griesbach got her looking to end the third inning. Strikeout number 5 for Morgan. We go to the bottom of the third. Still 3-2 Marathon. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Welcome back to Marathon. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 here for Auburndale. Blomberg, Danica Blomberg, Maya Katzenberger, and Chesney Nagel. And appreciate everyone being a part of our broadcast here today. We've got 2 other sectional finals for you as well. Spash and Preble about to get underway. There's slowly getting things going there. What was that there? They had a long stoppage the other night in Plover as well. First offering to Danica Blomberg is good for a strike. So we can get into a little bit more of a rhythm here. The 0-1 to Danica. Now misses high. Singled on a scorcher to left her last time up. 1-1. And misses high. No, that's a high strike. 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Danica Blomberg. Maya Katzenberger waiting on deck. The 1-2. Ground ball. Diving play made. And out! What a play by Bielke Soibert. There's one away here in the third. Tyler with a heck of a play. Sports Center top 10. I don't even know if they still do top 10 on Sports Center. That's a web gem. I know they don't do those anymore. That one misses high for a ball to Maya Katzenberger. I don't even think they have an MLB show on ESPN anymore. A 1-0. Away. 2-0. Paczewski back at it. That one's popped up. Bilke Swaber makes another play. In on the hands. A great pitch by Allison, and there's 2 away now for Chesney Nagel. And one heck of a pitch to get in on the hands and force the pop up. 2 away now for Chesney. She struck out looking in the first. That one's flied out of play. Peterson Kramer Funeral Home is committed to providing personal and compassionate care for each customer. Let Peterson Kramer Funeral Home step up for you in your time of need. The 0-1 here to Chesney. Foul to the plate. Paczewski quickly ahead, 0-2. The Division IV state semifinal on Thursday. The first one, 1v4, I believe, is first. They play at 2 o'clock. Ground ball to short, picked up there by Schneider. Across, not in time. Oh, my goodness, they say she's out. And that'll end the third inning. 3 up, 3 down for Paczewski. Good defensive inning for Marathon. We've played 3 complete, 3-2 Red Raiders. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
When you need automotive repairs or parts, you know right where you're headed. Parts City Auto Parts in Marathon has everything you could need to keep your vehicle on the road and looking great. Whether you're looking for replacement parts, better performance, or auto accessories, it's all right here under one roof at Parts City Auto Parts. Jump online and head to PartsCityAuto.com and you can search for just what you need, or you can stop in person on Pine Street, just off Main Street in Marathon.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
7-8-9 for Marathon here in the fourth. Maven Schneider to lead things off for the Red Raiders. 3-2 Marathon. Again, we had mentioned after that second inning and a little bit of the third inning, at least at the top of the third, things were starting to get back into a little bit more of a rhythm. First one is a strike to Hilke. A generous strike call. And off the handles, Blumberg retires. One away here for Tyler Bielke Soibert. A couple of big-time plays in the bottom of the third. Offering home. Missed a touch inside, 1-0. Tyler struck out in the second inning. Peyton Brickner, who homered in the second, is on deck. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Auburndale in the bottom of this inning. Still 3-2 Red Raiders. Fly ball to right. Chasing it towards the fence and catching it right in front of the warning track is Grace Schulte. And there's 2 away now for Peyton Brickner. Homer to left center last time up. Discover unbeatable deals and award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota of Wausau, your full-service destination for everything Toyota, including our state-of-the-art collision center. Find us on North 20th Avenue in Wausau. First offering to Peyton is good for a strike. Two away here in the fourth. The 0-1 misses away. Top of the order due up next. Brinley Stencil. Griesbach, I'm sure, wants to face the top of the order with no congestion on the base paths. Which would mean the 5th inning. Inside for a strike. And it's 1-2. Dalen Blomberg, Grace Schulte, and Jalen Scher for Auburndale in the bottom of this inning. 1-2, got her swinging at a nasty off-speeder. We've played 3.5. We're halfway through this one here in Marathon. It's still Red Raiders 3, Auburndale 2. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Wake's Pub and Grill, located in Rib Falls. Open 7 days a week. Now serving breakfast on Sunday mornings from 8 to 11:30 a.m. A proud supporter of all Edgar athletic teams. Follow us on Facebook for our specials and upcoming events. Thank you to the Edgar community for your continued support.
Welcome back to Marathon. Score update from Chippewa Falls. Lily Griesbach for Marshfield. 2 RBI double. And then Ms. Kellenhofer with a solo home run for the Marshfield Tigers. They lead at 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Dalen Blomberg to lead things off here for Auburndale. That one misses away. Marshfield looking for their first trip since 1998. Ground ball to third, picked up there and across and in time. Skripchek with a nice play, and there's one away. One away for Grace Schulte, who doubled to lead off the second inning. And Marathon looking for their first ever trip to state. Auburndale looking for their second ever trip and their second in 3 years. Lost to Cuba City in state semifinal. Ground ball past first, foul. No matter what, we will have a Merriwood South team back at state again. A couple years ago, we had a couple of them, Assumption and Auburndale. Looking for a couple of other Central Wisconsin teams as well. Spash, Marshfield, Allman Bancroft in a sectional final today against Cambria Friesland. That was fouled back into the screen, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Allman Bancroft with a 1-0 lead after the top of the first inning. Same situation. They're hosting the sectional, but must have lost the coin flip. They're the away team. 1-2, fouled into the other ball diamond just to our left. Do it again at 1-2 here to Grace Schulte. Allison Pajeski has settled things down with some great defense behind her. That has not always been the case for Marathon this year. Ground ball off the glove of Pajeski across and not in time. That time, and it gets past Kahn. And she will reach Schulte to second. A base hit and an error. One of maybe 1 or 2 losses. I don't think Allman had more than 1 loss, maybe 1 or 2 losses, but one of them was to Marathon. Marathon committed 9 errors in that game against Allman and still won. Now Jalen Scher, she singled home run back in the second inning. That was that bunt. Put a star next to that one. That was that bunt play. Brenna Thiel on deck. Squares again. Bunts it foul. We saw a play yesterday in Pittsville where I think it was Brody Withers for Pittsville tried to bunt, and the catcher for Athens, Withers popped it up. The catcher threw his mask off right away and barehanded caught it. It was above his head. Still made the outstanding play. The 0-1 here to Scher. Bunts it, fouled it again. Scher behind 0-2. Runner at second, 1 out for Auburndale here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ground ball staying alive. Marathon's favorite place for holiday, festive, and local home decor is the Cooper Mug. This local gem is filled with excellent gifts for friends and family and a great selection of woodwork, handmade items, and so much more. Find them on Facebook or stop by the Cooper Mug, or Copper Mug, goodness gracious, Copper Mug in Marathon. I'll read it again here in a second so I don't screw up. Didn't miss by much. Oh, good. I'll say that was a nice pitch. 1-2 here to Scher. 1-2. For crying out loud. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, they were checking on the check swing. All right. Schulte at second with 1 out. The 1-2 here to Jalen Scher. Popped up, right center field. It's going to be caught. They're going to double her off, and that'll end the inning. Schulte sprinted to third on the pop-up, thinking that it was going to drop, and Miley Helke made the play and doubled her off to end the 4th inning. We've played 4 complete. 3-2 Marathon. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
I knew I wanted to start an agency that honored those small town values like relationships and service. Our mission is to sell insurance ethically and with integrity to protect our clients' needs today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Not everybody understands insurance, and it's a good day when I can help give peace of mind.
In working with Access Insurance, we are a team, so you don't just get one of us, you get all 4 of us.
Access Insurance Agency, our business revolves around you.
Welcome back to Marathon. Top of the order here for the Red Raiders in the 5th. Brindley Stencil, Maven Schneider, and Danica Staus for the Red Raiders. Good start for the Smash Panthers. They lead 2-0 over Green Bay Preble. Preble only has 1 or 2 losses on the year as well. First pitch swinging is popped up to the shortstop Grimm. 1 away now for Maven Schneider. Strikeout and a single for Maven. She got caught stealing in the 2nd. We are in the 5th. Division IV sectional final softball matchup. Auburndale walked off Marathon at home on May 5th. Slow grounder to Katzenberger and makes the out. 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the 5th. That'll bring up Danica Staus, who grounded back to Griesbach in the 3rd. Line drive to left. 3 pitches, 3 swings, and they almost got her at first. Schneider was lackadaisical getting back to first base. Or excuse me, Staus. A 2-out scorcher to left. Runner at first now for Reagan Martin. Foul back into the screen. It's 0-1. Misses away. Throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base for Staus. The 1-1. Ground ball off the glove of Griesbach. No play. Infield base hits for Reagan Martin. And 2 outs. Damage here for Marathon with Riley Skripchek, who smashed a double to right center and walked. Again, 2 pitches, 2 outs to Stencil and Schneider. Now back-to-back singles for the Red Raiders. Skripchek roped one to right center. There's a strike. Defensive indifferent. Reagan Martin will get to second. Base hit would score 2 now. Staus and Martin, the runners. 2 outs here in the 5th. The 0-1. Missed high. Blomberg saved a run. 1 ball and 1 strike. Trying to get the damage done here with 2 outs. The 1-1. In there for a strike. 1-2. Two on, 2 out, top of the 5th. 3-2 Marathon. Griesbach back at it. The 3-2 missed high. We're even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the 5th. Nobody has scored since the 2nd inning. Griesbach shakes 2 off. The 2-2 missed away. Skripchek wanted it, held off. Pajaski on deck. Runners will be off with the swing of the bat. The 3-2 offering. Got her looking to end the inning. Griesbach comes back inside and gets a strikeout. That's number 7 for Morgan. We've played 4.5. It's going to be 9-1-2 for Auburndale when we come back in the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 Red Raiders. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcasts. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Great crowd on hand here at Kramer Field in Marathon. The Red Raider faithful coming out to support their ladies here this afternoon, and they have been treated to a good one. A couple of magnificent defensive innings for Marathon in the third and the fourth. They'll need to do it again here with 9-1-2 coming up for Auburndale, and Lily Belanti will lead things off for the Eagles, her first at-bat this afternoon. All right, let's get this right here. Marathon's favorite place for holiday, festive, and local home decor is the Copper Mug. This local gem is filled with excellent gifts for friends and family and a great selection of woodwork, handmade items, and so much more. Find them on Facebook or stop by the Copper Mug in Marathon. My apologies on that one. Belanti had an RBI single in the sixth inning on Tuesday. Had a struck out and singled in her 2 at-bats. All right, we're in the bottom of the fifth. 3-2 Marathon. Pajaski misses high. Seeds for the softball state tournament probably come out Saturday. I don't think they'll do them right away tomorrow. There's a strike. Get all the coaches on a conference call, Zoom meetings, get it all hashed out. 1-2 is swung on and missed. Morgan Griesbach on deck. Belanti behind 1-2. Division I a little bit more difficult with 8 teams, but the 1-2 swung on and missed. Strikeout there for Pajaski, her 5th. One away now for Morgan Griesbach. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted local and affordable service. Offering to Griesbach. Fly ball to left and caught by Martin. Quickly 2 away for Breeley Grimm. 1 for 2 today. Popped out in foul territory to Kahn in the second inning. Been a couple of back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings for Allison Pajaski. Now Breeley Grimm. Right back to Allison. She makes the catch on the line out. 3 straight 3-up, 3-down innings for Marathon defensively. We've played 5. Still 3-2 Marathon. You're watching high school softball sectional final on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us. Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
Welcome back to Marathon. How about the Marshfield Tigers up 4-0 in the second inning? Elson Pajeski to lead things off here for the Red Raiders. First one in there for a strike. One high and away. Depending on what happens, as of right now, it is a technically a completed game. We're through 5 innings. I know they don't want to think about that or worry about that, but the rain has started here in Marathon. Umbrellas are up. People are exiting. Ground ball to third and a wild hop. And leadoff base runner hit something on the as it got over to Katzenberger. Lights not yet on here at Kramer Field. Miley Hilke grounded out to Dalen Blomberg in the 4th inning over at second base. Where's the bunt? Gets it down. Katzenberger to first. Slow throw picked there by Blomberg. Sacrifice bunt is successful. Scherer Construction with an office right in Wausau. Scherer Construction offers commercial and custom home construction expertise throughout Wisconsin. For your next construction project, look no further than Scherer Construction. Check out their beautiful work at SchererConstruction.com. High strike there to Tyler. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Fly ball to right, drifting out of play. Look out over there. Right into the batting cages down the right field line. No balls and 2 strikes. Griesbach fires home. Ground ball to short. Grimm across. The throw back across the diamond. They got her out. Oh, a double play to retire Pajeski. Great job by Grimm to look her back. Belanti throws her out to end the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3, 4, and 5 for Auburndale. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
Welcome back to Marathon. Danica Blomberg to lead things off. This is where the whole thing started here in the 3rd inning on the diving play by Tyler Elke Soybert to retire Blomberg. Then the defense has been all there for Marathon in the last 3 innings. 3, 4, and 5 for Auburndale, trailing 3-2. Ground ball foul. And it's 0-1. Find your next car, truck, or SUV or van at Westside Auto Services or Auto Sales in Auburndale. Just a short drive from Rapids, Point, or Marshfield. They've been helping people find their next ride for nearly 50 years. Westside Service Auto Sales in Auburndale. It is pouring. And under the glove that time of Tyler. Trying to make another web gem play. That's first base or the second base runner in the last 4 innings for Auburndale. That'll bring up Maya Katzenberger. Popped up to second. Back in the 3rd inning. Give credit to the news guys out beyond center field. Standing out in the rain. Runner at first and nobody out. Katzenberger swings away and fouls it back. Kring's Cut Salon supports Auburndale Eagles athletes and teams. Good luck in today's game. Stop in at Kring's Cut Salon in Blanker and say hi to Amy and her team. And get a new look for summertime. Kring's Cut Salon in Blanker. It has started and it likely will not end here now. The 0-1. Missed high. That's a real bummer because I really didn't want to go out in the rain. So, yeah, probably not. They got too many pictures to take. Whoever wins. The 1-1. That one stuck in the hand of Bajaski a little bit. It is pouring here in Marathon. The 2-1 inside corner and is called a strike. Light's still not on here at Kramer Field. Usually when it starts raining, they would turn some lights on. Have not done so. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Missed away. Counter runs full to Katzenberger. Jeske stares in, still with the sunglasses on. Fly ball to right, drifting over and on his stencil, and it's going to fall harmlessly in foul territory. Tired of the same old bar food? Still Willie's is doing things differently. Bold flavors, fresh ideas, and food that actually stands out. Not your average bar and not your average bar food. Not even close. See you at the Still. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the 6th, the bottom of the 6th inning. Blomberg at first. The 3-2 offering to Katzenberger. Swung on and missed, and a huge strikeout for Pajaski. That's her 6th, and there's one away for Chesney Nagel. A strikeout and a ground out for Chesney. Leadoff base hit and a big strikeout for Allison. Missed away. The friendly staff at Sweats Country Corner Mart in Blanker serves up a large selection of food made to order daily, like fish fries, chicken dinners, and awesome pizzas. Family owned and operated for more than 100 years. Sweats Country Corner Mart on Highway P, just off 10 in Blanker. Just past 5 o'clock here in Marathon. The rain has started. Nobody has scored since the 2nd inning here this afternoon. A 2-run first inning for Marathon. A solo home run from Peyton Brickner in the 2nd inning. Auburndale scored once in the first, once in the 2nd. Swing and a miss. Early on it, it's 1-2. Sebastian Eau Claire Memorial have just started in baseball. The 1-2 to Nagel. Missed high. 2-2. Sebastian leads Preble 2-1. They're in the bottom of the 2nd inning in Plover. And maybe a surprise. They're in the 3rd in Chippewa. 4-0 Marshfield. over Chippewa Falls. A long conversation, and now Coach Fredrickson comes out. Stouse went out to talk to Pajeski, and then Coach Fredrickson said, well, they're taking it long enough. Now I'll go out there and talk to give them a little bit of extra time. Alman Bancroft leads Cambria Friesland 2-0. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Auburndale trails 3-2. A leadoff base hit from Danica Blomberg. Maya Katzenberger struck out. And now Chesney Nagel is behind in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dalen Blomberg on deck. The 2-2 missed away. Another full count at bat here for Pajeski. The payoff coming back again. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout. The 7th for Allison. And that'll bring up Dalen Blomberg with 2 outs. Blomberg today, a strikeout and a ground out. Danica on first, Dalen at the dish. And the first offering popped up and into the screen, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. And Danica will head to second. Allison ahead. No balls and 2 strikes, though. Rain has subdued here a little bit. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Struck out the side. Here in the 6th inning after a leadoff single. We have played 6 completes. Still 3-2 marathon. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Find your next car, truck, sport utility, or van at Westside Service Auto Sales in Auburndale. Drive through their lot today to see rows and rows of vehicles ready to test drive. Or you can check out their complete inventory and see this week's featured vehicles at westsideservice.com. And check us out on Facebook. We're open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday or by appointment. At Westside, we service what we sell. Just a short drive from Rapid, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Find your next ride at Westside Service Auto Sales in Auburndale, where we've been helping people find their next ride for nearly 50 years.
Hi, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player here with a message from Abbey Bank. Abbey Bank is thankful for their customers. Your continued trust means the world. Join them each Friday in June for Customer Appreciation Fridays. Stop into any Abbey Bank location for a free Wisconsin dairy treat. A small way to say thank you and to celebrate June Dairy Month. It's their way of showing appreciation while supporting our hardworking Wisconsin dairy farmers. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
We will for sure not know the state semifinal matchups, at least in Division 5. Athens today against Wazaki has been postponed until tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. up in Athens. 9-1-2 here for Marathon. Peyton Brickner with a solo home run in the second. That's been the go-ahead swing, or the big one so far, to go up 3-1 at that time in the bottom or in the top of the second inning. Riesbach ahead quickly, 0-2 again. Auburndale will have 7, 8, and 9 in the bottom of this inning. Marathon looking to make history here this afternoon. The 0-2. Ground ball to Belanti. One away here in the 7th for Brindley Stencil. C&D Auto Body Repair and Sales is your complete auto body repair shop. They provide free estimates and guarantee complete satisfaction. They'll work with your insurance company to make it easy for you and do windshield glass insulation too. Contact Chad and Dan at C&D Auto today on County Trunk E in Arpin. First one to Stencil, misses high. Brindley started the game off with a double to right. Struck out and popped out in her other 2 at-bats. She scored the first run of the game in the first inning. Ground ball. Slow roller. Griesbach bobbles it. And it's going to be the second error on Auburndale. Morgan tried to barehand it. Would have gotten the out, but could not control it. Had to bring up Maven Schneider, 1 for 3 today. A strikeout, single, and a ground out. Trying to tack on some insurance runs here. Squares the bunt, offered at it and missed. Into the bottom third of the order for Auburndale coming up. Grace Schulte will lead things off. She's 2 for 2 with a couple of hits today. The 0-1 from Griesbach. Squares the bunt again. Gets it down. Katzenberger to first. Gets the out there. Sacrifice bunt is successful, but now there's 2 outs for Danica Staus. Two away now for Danica. RBI ground out in the first. Grounded back to Griesbach in the third and singled back in the 5th. A huge insurance run standing 120 feet away. Staus has been great behind the plate tonight. And that one hits her. Second hit by pitch. Now there's 2 on and 2 outs for Reagan Martin. 1 for 2 today. Walked and scored in the first. Grounded out in the third and singled back in the 5th. Time is called. Coach Dawn Urban out to have a conversation with her infield. For major collision to minor dings, Westside Auto Body in Auburndale can get your ride looking like its original self again. Call Tom at Westside Auto Body for a free estimate. Westside Auto Body, professional collision repairs on Highway K in Auburndale. Again, we'll have our Merrill Steel post-game show once this game wraps up, when it wraps up. Oh, there we go. 3-0 Almond in the top of the 4th inning. Reagan Martin with 2 on and 2 out. First offering from Griesbach. High for a ball. Tension building here in Marathon. Red Raiders looking to make history. Auburndale needing a comeback win in the 7th. In for a strike, and it's 1-1. And I think he just saw lightning. Home plate umpire, I believe, saw it. With 2 outs, 2 on in the 7th. And now we are in a weather delay. All right, we'll step aside. We'll come back in a half an hour. And we'll figure it out if that is our call. And that is our call. 30-minute weather delay here in Marathon. We're in the top of the 7th inning, 3-2 Red Raiders. With 2 outs, count 1 ball and 1 strike. Reagan Martin will be at the plate when we come back. Again, weather delay at least 30 minutes. We'll be back to Kramer Field in a little while here on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
All right, welcome back to Marathon. We are about to get underway back from our weather delay here at Kramer Field in Marathon. Just a little bit of a recap. Marathon leads it 3-2. We're in the top of the 7th inning. They have runners at first and second. Brindley Stencil at second base. Danica Staus at first. There are 2 outs. Reagan Martin's at the plate with 1 ball and 1 strike. And about 30 minutes ago or so is when our home plate umpire did see the flash beyond center field. Then we were in our weather delay. Now they've got to warm up and they got to go through all this here. But the Red Raiders scored 2 runs in the first inning. RBI ground up by Danica Staus and an RBI double by Ripley Skripchek. Auburndale answered back with 1 in the bottom of the first. Danica Blomberg singled home Morgan Griesbach on a liner to left field. And then in the second inning, it was a Jalen Scher bunt that scored Grace Schulte. And in the top of the second inning, it was a Peyton Brickner solo home run. That has been it, and that's been the deciding swing tonight, has been the Peyton Brickner solo home run to left field. That gave Marathon a 3-1 lead, and then obviously, as I mentioned, Auburndale answered back with 1 more in the second inning, 3-2 at that point. Nobody has scored since then. Allison Pajeski had 3 straight 3-up, 3-down innings, including a double play in the 4th inning, and gave up a leadoff single to Danica Blomberg in the bottom of the 6th inning, and 3 of the biggest strikeouts of her life, Maya Katzenberger, Chesney Nagel, and Dalen Blomberg, to leave the runner stranded in the 6th inning here this afternoon. The winner will head to the state semifinal next Thursday. First pitch of the 1-2 matchup is at 2 o'clock. It looks like the Grantsburg Pirates will make a trip to state. They are going to be 25-0. They're up 7-1 on McDonell Central. Other games here on Zaleski Sports. Let's see what we got here. Thank you all for tuning back in. Let everybody know we're back. We're back to playing softball here in just a couple of minutes. Spash and Green Bay Preble at Fire Pro Field in Plover. They're in the top of the 5th inning there. It is 3-3, Preble and Spash. And they are in the top of the 5th inning in Chippewa Falls. It is Marshfield 9, Chippewa Falls 0, with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Marshfield looking for their first trip to state since 1998. And the Marathon Red Raiders here looking for their first trip to state in school history. Auburndale looking for their first trip to state, or their second trip to state in school history, and their second in 3 years. The cool thing is, I mean, Spash was a perennial power in the early 2000s. I think looking for number 19 maybe. Green Bay Preble, if they can beat Spash today, this is hard to believe. It might be just one of those things that might be pushed to the wayside. But if Green Bay Preble wins today, they will be the first school. They'll be the first public schooling, the first Green Bay public school. They'll be the first Green Bay public school to make the softball state tournament. Again, we're in the 50th year of the state tournament. And now Coach Fredrickson over to have a conversation with our 3 umpires again. Auburndale is ready to go. Marathon's ready to go. It is windy. The wind has certainly picked up. And again, if once it starts this time, looking at the radar, once it starts this time, it probably won't end. So we will see what the synopsis is here. Should have started about 5 minutes ago or so. And Coach Fredrickson, Coach Baldeschweiler over by third base. Huh? Sure. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. And it's right above, just left of the Kramer. Just above that top rung of the Right above, yeah, that top rung there of the fence above Kramer. Kind of hard to see, but there you go. That was the lightning we saw about 45 minutes ago or so. And we have not gotten word on if it has happened again. Kurt Miller, the Marathon Athletic Director, I believe that's him, down to our left by the Marathon dugout, looking at the radar on one of the dad's phones. Auburndale is coming out on the field. Great sign. There we go. Let's get her going here. All right. We'll be back at it here in just a moment. Give you a minute to remind you that Still Willie's is one of our fine sponsors. Are you tired of the same old bar food? Still Willie's is doing things differently. Bold flavors, fresh ideas, and food that actually stands out. Not your average bar and not your average bar food. Not even close. See you at the Still. We thank all of our sponsors today and throughout the season, allowing us to do all these games and bring them to you live and free. Again, probably over 1,100 games again this year from the start of football in August, which today is Thursday the 4th of June. 9 weeks? No. 13 weeks, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 weeks. 11 weeks before we kick off, Trev, in the fall. All right, Reagan Martin's going to be at the plate. A ball and a strike here with 2 outs. 2 runners on, looking for those insurance runs. It's going to be the bottom of the order for Auburndale in the bottom of the 7th. All right. Just past 5:50 resumption time. Fouled it off. My prediction when we came back is that she was going to put one over by the scoreboard, and she came up swinging. Just fouled it off. It'll be Grace Schulte, Jalen Scher, and Lily Belanti in the bottom of the 7th inning for Auburndale. Griesbach, again, ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bounced it in there. Blomberg, a nice stop. Ripley Skripchek on deck. She struck out with runners at 2nd and 3rd in the 5th to end that inning. Marathon trying to make history here. The 2-2. Ground ball over to Katzenberger. She could have just stepped on 3rd, but she retires Martin. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Marathon needing 3 more outs to make their first ever trip to Madison. We go to the 7th, 3-2 Marathon. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com. For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
All right, welcome back to Marathon. Red Raiders looking to slay the Dragon of Auburndale. They say it's always tough to beat a team 3 times, and we are at that point right now. Auburndale walked them off on May 5th up in Auburndale. Got them on May 7th. Auburndale did. 11-3 here at Kramer Field. Marathon trying to get those final 3 outs. Grace Schulte, Jalen Scher, and Lily Belanti, I believe. Schulte is 2 for 2 today. Skripczak way in at third. Pajaski fires home. Outside, good for a strike. Allison had the biggest 3 strikeouts of her career in the 6th inning. After a leadoff single to Danica Blomberg, got Katzenberger, Nagel, and Dalen Blomberg. The 0-1 in there for a strike. The oohs and ahs from the Marathon faithful, and then and they got the strike and they cheered. They didn't think he was going to call it a strike. The 0-2 here to Schulte. Got her swinging. 4 in a row for Allison, and there's 1 away in the 7th. Jalen Scher, 1 for 2, a single and a flyout. Defense has been sus this year for Marathon. They have stepped up in a huge way this afternoon. Couple of double plays, diving stops. Pajeski has been sensational in the circle. Misses away for a ball. Nope, hits a strike. Got the strike call there. And the 0-1. Missed high that time. Try to get her to chase. Yet nobody has scored since the 2nd inning. Auburndale only has 2 hits since the 2nd inning. Marathon's only got 1 hit since the 2nd inning. Misses high, 2-1. Lily Belanti on deck, then to the top of the order. You sure as heck know Morgan Griesbach wants an opportunity. Allison Pajeski trying to make that not happen. Ground ball to third. Skripczak bobbles over to first. 2 away. Marathon 1 out away from making history here this afternoon. This is the 50th year of the WIAA softball state tournament. And Marathon trying to make it for the first time in school history. The first offering to Belanti. Flies it foul, hits the top of the net, or top of the screen, and out of play. Pajeski ahead, no balls and a strike. 9 strikeouts this afternoon for Allison. No walks. The 0-1 is high for a ball. Only 1 error this afternoon for Marathon. 1 ball and 1 strike to Belanti. Pajeski fires home. Ground ball to third. Backhand to Skripczak across. That'll do it! For the first time in school history, the Marathon Red Raiders are heading to the state tournament. A picture-perfect afternoon for Allison Pajeski. And the Marathon Red Raiders make history. It is a history-making afternoon here in Marathon. The Red Raiders win it 3-2 over the Auburndale Eagles. And Marathon will head to Madison next Thursday afternoon for a state semifinal. Time and opponent to be determined, but the Red Raiders are heading to Madison in girls softball for the first time in school history. We'll be down on the field for the trophy presentation and interviews here from Kramer Field in Marathon. Thank you all for sticking around with us. We'll be down on the field in just a few moments.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes.
These are my girls. I want them in the house.
We'll talk to Allison, and then we'll do all the pictures and stuff. All right.
All right.
Don't go too far. All right. You ready, Coach?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got. Trev? Good? All right. Good. Welcome back to Marathon. The Red Raiders making history this afternoon. Coach, just talk about that feeling on that last out.
Well, we faced, I mean, that team is really, really good. And they got us twice. And we were in a good part. If I figured we could get the lead off, we could end up getting them out. And somehow we did it. And I tell you what, these girls are fantastic. And all the credit to Auburndale. I mean, to me, they're the second best team in the state. They're the second best team we played this year. Unfortunately, we had to play each other. As far as personal stuff, I've been around 25 years, and God, COVID year I was loaded, and they canceled the season, and just to get it was great talking to the girls.
All right. We'll send Allison over here. I'll have you on this side. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Allison, after the first couple innings, I mentioned on the broadcast, things really settled down a little bit for both teams. Just talk about what went through the last couple of innings.
Honestly, I mean, we just played our hearts out. None of us wanted to go home. And we just wanted to keep playing so much, and I think we just carried that into our play and just stayed relaxed and finished.
Well, what was going through your mind on that throw across the diamond by Ripley?
I knew she had it, without a doubt. I mean, it took a little to sink in, but it's been our dream. Our school's never done it, and we're the first, and that's crazy.
Defense has struggled at times this year. Some incredible defensive plays tonight, double play, diving stops. Just talk about the defense stepping up behind you.
They laid it all out there. They did everything they possibly could, and it worked out tonight, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
All right, go get all your teammates. We're going to put you guys in the house, all right? And we need the plaque. Go get all your teammates. Oh, we got the plaque. All right, you want this?
For what?
We're going to put you guys all in the house.
Okay.
All right? So I'm going to give
Just
you
wear it
this.
and hold it in the middle.
Okay, yep. We're just say, we're the Marathon Red Raiders, we're going to state.
Yeah.
All right? All right, make you feel good. 3, 2, 1.
We're the Marathon Red Raiders and we're going to state!
Congratulations, ladies. Thank you. All right, we're going to sign things off here from Kramer Field and Marathon. Red Raiders, first time in school history going to state softball. They'll play on Thursday at either 2 or 4:15 or thereabouts. Their opponents will be determined likely tomorrow tomorrow or Saturday when all the Zoom calls and conference meetings are held. But again, we thank you all season long for tuning in here to girls softball on Zaleski Sports. We'll talk to you again next time right here on Zaleski Sports.